Safran's chief technology officer has indicated that if aircraft manufacturers aren't keen on the open fan design of the RISE, which is Revolutionary Innovation for Sustainable Engines program, its advanced technologies could still be applied to traditional ducted fan engines. Here's the breakdown. There's flexibility in design here. So RISE innovations, you can kind of see it there. Program innovations are versatile enough to enhance both open fan and conventional ducted fan engines. That's a mouthful to say, offering manufacturers some adaptable options. There's some big cost considerations here. Implementing RISE technologies in a ducted fan configuration could be far more cost effective, making it a more attractive choice for some airframers. And then Safran is actively testing components like low pressure compressor with a 6-month trial to begin in early next year, which is only a couple weeks away. There's a lot. Like, I love how much they're leaning into advancing engine technology here.
I think you've touched on it already, which is design flexibility is going to be, that's the real challenge for them. And that RISE tech is going to need to balance the versatility across an open fan and a ducted fan design without creating delays or unnecessary compromises. So flexibility, it sounds great in theory, it sounds great in the press release, but if they can't execute without slowing production, maybe that was my Sean Connery impression. Wasn't good. Slowing production or inflating the cost, then those innovation risks are going to be really grounded before they even take off. So that it's good to say it, but delivering it is the biggest challenge.
So what I heard Greg say in this news recap was, here we have some technologies that could be used in multiple scenarios, that could be cost effective, that could be a more attractive choice for airframers. That's a lot of coulds. The only way we know if this is actually something that is true is going to be to test it against the use cases, the requirements, try it out, and use those results to modify the design if needed to make sure that it can be flexible, be cost effective, and be an attractive choice.
So testing. Okay. Yeah. But without that design flexibility really baked in from the start, what are you going to be actually testing? You can't iterate on something that's fundamentally too rigid in the first place to adapt. So you're going to be test driving basically a car without a steering wheel, hoping that it goes in a straight line. So I think it comes back to the fundamentals of that design flexibility is the biggest challenge. I rest my case. Thank you. Move on.
So I got to say, this design looks pretty cool. Open fan architecture, the turbofan flight speeds, the compact core, the combustion tech, the hybrid electric capability. But I'm still going to stick with testing. Does it work? Does it hold up? And does it replace the traditional ducted fans? I think the only way you know this is by actually testing and seeing those results.
You stick with your test results, Brian. You stay there. I'll make sure that Safran has got its designs worth testing in the first place. Okay, I'll hand those over to you. Flexibility isn't a nice to have here. It's the backbone of turning the possibilities into an actual solution. So enabling design flexibility to support rigorous testing. Brian, he's over there. Okay. Without delaying development. So number one solution we're going to employ here is requirements gathering again, collaborating with your airframers to define use cases for both configurations up front. Then we're going to go to design and change. We're just going to go through a pathway here, gentlemen, our journey.
Would you call it the critical path?
The critical path along the digital thread, aka the critical thread. Implementing parallel design paths to support iterative changes based upon emerging requirements. Then you're going to simulate. Then you're going to get your operations monitoring for your feedback loop going. And then we're going to bring in, what's it going to be?
Unintelligent artificial. No.
Artificial intelligence to analyze that test data, because you're here again now, and recommend optimal design adjustments, ensuring that your flexibility supports the reliability. So,
see, Greg, did you see that? He circled all the way back around to where I started testing.
He did. Yeah. It's impressive.
You wanted the #1 challenge, not the #7 challenge. That was the difference.
That's true. And I know you were channeling your inner Sean Connery there. Was that because you want to argue and go to Scotland and have a debate on an island while drinking whiskey?
Show, isn't it? Scottish
Sounds
show.
like it.
Yeah. I think HR should send us there.
Okay, I'll have a conversation.
See you next week.